Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's falconpaladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be Serral and Clem from their finals of Home Story Cup 2023. Really fun tournament, it always is. Top left, it's gonna be Serral. Bottom right here, it's gonna be Clem with his very cute polar bear sticking its tongue out logo. Not a logo, I guess. It's a... is it a photograph? Is it a realistic drawing? I don't know. But I like it. So, how is Clem going to handle Serral here today? It's going to be a proxy? No. Is it going to be a battlecruiser opening? Maybe, but I would not open up battlecruiser against Serral because he can handle that very, very easily. So, 16 hatch here from Serral. Into 18 gas, 17 pool. $18 gas and 17 pool. So it's gonna be Reaper expand timing here from Liquid Clem. And we've got a Reaper name ready to go from, let's see here, who is it? From Red Dragon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scouting with an SCV just to make sure it's not a pool first play here from Serral. And hard walling, just in case it is. Yeah, just checking to make sure that hatch is done, and it is basically done. All right, Reaper on the move out. You got a job to do, Sir Sanguinius from Warhammer 40K. I think he's is he a space marine? I don't know. He says, I am the sword in the darkness. I am the water on the walls. I am the fire that burns against the cold, the light that brings the dawn, the horn that wakes the sleepers, the shield that guards the realms of men. Yeah, Warhammer 40K has a lot of cool stuff in it. I do not know... I barely know, like, two, like, tiny corners of Warhammer 40K. I think we're just going to say that. I've read, like, a couple books, but... Anyway, yeah, sounds pretty neat. I googled Sanguinius just to make sure that it was a Warhammer 40K character, because I was pretty sure that it was, but I wasn't convinced. And then it was, and the Google responses, the Google... What am I trying to say here? The Google, as a third base comes up here, whatever. Google just had a bunch of people saying, like, the coolest guy in Warhammer 40K. He's so rad. And it's like, all right, okay. I get it. Maybe, I don't know. I'll read a book about him or something. Who knows? Who knows what my plans are? Third base coming in from Clem, like I said, before 30 minutes. Haven't seen this a whole lot. I don't know why you wouldn't. Like, if you're scouting accurately, you see the third base of the Zerg player, you're like, okay, well, there's nothing you can really do to shut this down. Oh, I got a Ling in. Ooh, and speed kicked in just, oh my gosh. That totally sucks. So a scout shows up. He knows what Clem is trying to do. So, you'd think if there was ever a time for this to be punished, it'd be now. Serral's like, all right, that's a fast third base. You don't have a lot going on. Let's take it down. But no, Serral instead is like, let's just make some Lings. Let's keep droning. Right? You might get a fourth base here, honestly. Sub 4 minutes, which would be interesting. Ye old Hellion Reaper friendship continues. Save me, says that Zergling. And the queens are like, hey, you never talk to me or my son again. And it works. Queens chase him away. Creep spreading to the right side. Creep spreading it from this base too. Maybe a creep spread over here would be nice. You have enough energy just barely now for a creep tumor, guys. And in fact, they do. Ka-chonk, ka-chonk. There they go. That's the sound a queen makes when she throws down a creep tumor, by the way, is ka-chonk. Bet you didn't know that, huh? Anyway, more barracks coming in. Got a Liberator. Pretty early Liberator moving out here, too. You get more Lings inside the house? Dude! Stop leaving your front door wide open against random Lings getting inside. Oh, so, yeah. Serral has a straight-up full scout of everything that's going on here. I guess he doesn't know about this barracks that's being built on a reactor, but whatever. Liberator, I see you. Sneaking up this top side. Gonna try to show up somewhere, this natural base, but the Queen Spore combo is pretty good at shutting that down. Queen's pretty good at shutting this Hellion stuff down. And Serral so far is playing his, you know, pretty standard defend, overwhelm strategy pretty effectively. We'll see if it works out for him in the long run or not. Oh. And, transfuse. Try it, there you go. Chasing the Liberator away so fourth base can come in. So yeah, not a sub 4 minute, but a 5:15 fourth base, which means that Clem's doing all right. Seriously, Clem's, it took him a minute for him to land his third base. I thought he'd have it down there by now, but okay. Well, if your third base is landing at 5:30 and the Zerg's fourth base is starting at about the same time, we're pretty normal for this matchup and this time of the match. Man, you guys been watching the ESL stuff? I saw Zombie tweet about a TVT where it's just like Mass Cyclone versus Mass Cyclone, and I guess it makes sense because Cyclones have bonus damage to mechanical now, right? So if your opponent's going Cyclones, then you should go Cyclones and you do bonus damage to each other, I suppose. I don't know. TVT, it either goes from like a really standardized matchup to like Clown Fiesta, kind of back and forth as time goes on, right? Remember the time when Fiberax Reaper was just how TVT was played? Both players went Fiberax Reaper and it was just Reaper battles all the time. Yeah, that was weird and crazy, and Clown Fiesta-y for sure. Anyway, 3 base in it here is Clem. He is getting an armor. He is working on combat shields and +1/+1 for his Marines. Does he have any Marauders yet? No, that's okay. He doesn't need them, I guess. But the question is he setting up, ooh, yeah, for a drop or some kind of a 7.5 minute attack? It sure looks like this is what this is. But man, all the queens are over here. Creep Tumor providing that vision. And he just sets up right. I mean, he's like, check me out. Here I come. And the queens are like, all right, we'll fight you. Ooh, look at that tank setup over there. I like that too. So now this area is a no-go. The queens have to be really careful. So largely queens here. There are some banelings, but oh, they have speed, right. So they are speed banes, but you're not going to catch these guys if they stim or if they pick up. But either way, if they stim too much, it's dangerous, right? You like stim. Lings. Oh, Baneling's trying to connect over here. Trying to take down this third base. No, Baneling's exploding harmlessly on nothing up there. Lings going up to take down that siege tank. Baneling chasing off Creep. Not ideal, so they're going to get back on Creep here. Liberator gets killed by Queens. Transfuses are happening. And the third base had a bit of a scare there, too, for Clem. So, Clem, he's like, all right. Wasn't able to get up that ramp. Wasn't able to kill any drones at all. No drones have died. 2 SCVs have died. Negligible returns here for sure. Ooh, there we go. Actually using that armory for Hellbats, which is nice. We like Hellbats here. They are susceptible to attacks from Banelings. Banelings do bonus damage versus light, and Hellbats are light, as are the Hellions. Just hard for Banelings to catch Hellions because they're so fast. And, okay, tumors. Oh, 1 tumor gets down. 2 of them get sniped, though. And again, Queens at the front, tanking the damage. They can do this if the Marines don't have great upgrades yet, right? We're a little bit too early for them to have +3 attack, so yeah, now Hellbat's covering the tank. All right. I like it. I think Serral's okay, partly because, well, he's got this ramp that makes it hard. It's easier to defend a ramp. I think that's just the natural law here. As the queens start falling, that can start a very dangerous play, and Serral goes for it. He swings up this way, he swings up that way. The Hellbats are trying to hold this tank position, but my gosh. Nope, they get overwhelmed by Banelings, and the tank does go down. Creep spread has been shut down in this area. And unloading there with the Lings and the Banes, not going to work out for you. 4th base done for Clem, upgrading it to a planetary down here at the 6 o'clock. We saw that happening on the minimap. 2-2 coming in. Serral's expanded during all of this to a 5th base of his own. And Clem just kind of hanging out, right? Just kind of hanging out at this area on this high ground. Zerglings. Nope. Banelings off Creep. Not where they want to be. Nice Widowmine connection. 14 kills on that Widowmine. This one only has 2. You gotta work harder, Widowmine. Your brother's a doctor. What's wrong with you? Creep Tumor taking some... Queens. Oh, the transfuses are good. There's been a couple times Queens have almost died. Coming down the ramp. Lings and Banes again. Once again, wiping out a tank has to be abandoned because of the oncoming swarm here. Serral's at 80 workers at 9 minutes, y'all. I mean, this is just so hard to do. Clem's at 77, mind you. So Clem, massively good at macro too, obviously. You can't, you can't make it to a final of a home story cup. You can't take games off of Serral if you are terrible at macro. You have to be pretty good at it. Ooh, Widowmine wants to fire on something. Good split off there by Serral, though, not allowing it to connect on this whole group there. Just a couple Lings die. Excellent stuff. And a double-pronged attacks. Left side or right side. Here comes Clem. This Widowmine's trying to hold that position. Queens. Oh, that's just too much Zerg. This is not happening for Clem here at all. Widowmine, I think, took out a Baneling and a Zergling. So, I mean, it's cost efficient. It's just not getting 14 kills, And again, really targeting these tanks down. Tanks in these positions can really make the difference between a win and a loss in an engagement for Clem. So that's why Serral is working so hard to wipe them out. Lurker aspect on the way. Double command center production here, too. I mean, Clem's just been macroing like an absolute monster behind this. It's what sets him apart from a lot of other Terran players, man. Widowmine connection, kind of friendly fires there. Baneling connection's fairly good, but a large chunk of bio remains. These guys try to get up there, but they have to evacuate by medevac. And this is looking so tight. Nice target firing on the Banes, but there are still like 4 more, so that's a pickup, or get left behind and die. That Widowmine's got 6 kills. Nothing too shabby. Yeah, Clem's like, fine. I'll keep some pressure on Serral, and I'll keep expanding. If Serral can't attack me, I'm going to take a bajillion bases, get my macro up to unbelievable levels. Yeah. And then I can win this thing, right? It's a good map. It's a good path forward here from Terran. Just avoid getting your entire army wiped out. So far, Clem's done a pretty great job at that. I'm curious about how many Queens have actually died today. 4. Higher than I would have guessed. Although this one's wiped out. See you later, Queen. Marauders in the front. Marines retreating from the Bane. No, you were supposed to hit the Marauders. Too smart for that, though. And then Lings clean up the Marauders. Oh, the chaos. Now Lurkers are out. My gosh, we went from Lurker Aspect, Lurker Den on the way to... Ooh, and the Fungals are joining the party, too. This little tiny group over here. Getting a Queen, getting some drones, getting another Queen. No, transfuses are too good. Widowmine's got 6 kills, and oh my gosh, it really wants those drones so bad. What's it gonna fire on? What's it gonna fire on? Lings. Nope, nothing's getting close enough to get fired on here. Oh, that's big. Boom! 18 kills now. Woo! That was a what? 12 kill shot. Widowmines giveth and taketh away in this matchup. I tell you what. Some changelings coming down from the bottom left, trying to sneak into Clem's base to see what's going on. And what's going on is just more of the same. Fusion core coming in, probably not battle cruisers, probably instead. Ooh, nice Widowmine and nice unburrow reburrow position. And then it dies immediately anyway. Ooh, Infestor does get killed by a lone Marine with 3 kills, and one of those things is an Infestor. This pressure build here from Clem today. Oh, the Banelings connect on almost nothing there. That was horrendous. Dude, army value 118.89 in favor of Clem. He's looking really good here. Oh, that Widowmine connection. 19 kills before it gets, again, destroyed. Viper's on the way. We got ourselves Seismic Spines, too. Baneling target firing. Good stuff here, but Clem looking good economically. He's got an income lead right now. Not by a lot, but not by a lot is a lot in this matchup if you're Terran. Having any kind of an economic advantage is a huge deal. He's up 198 to 166 supply. The pressure's been consistently fantastic here. The problem for Clem is that he hasn't killed Serral yet, right? Serral, he developed this idea. He developed this idea of defending your face off, not taking critical damage, and then riding a huge counterattacking wave to kill your opponent. But Clem's played against this strategy enough that he knows one way to kind of deal with it is expand a bunch. Right? If the Zerg's not going to make any serious move outs and just going to sit here and defend all day, oh, the Lurker snipes are good. They are good. Ghost that pays for it with his life. But yeah, Clem knows if Zerg's going to sit back and hang out, yeah, these Banelings are just not getting the sheer volume of kills that they need, are they? They're getting kills. They're not coming up empty here, but they are Not getting huge chunks of Marines, right? 102 to 90 army supply here in favor of Clem. He's got the 3-3. Serral's on a 2-2-2 setup right now. No 3-3 coming in. So in upgrade advantage, favoring Clem. Snipe on the Vipers can be good. No, broke the lock-on connection. Nice micro there from Serral. We got a bit of a lurker attempt into this third base that Clem needs to deal with. That is so many banelings. That is so many banelings. Liberator help at least uprooting the lurkers a little bit, but they just kind of reposition somewhere else. Kill 6 SCVs, and they're making this third base a very not safe for work environment. But now they're chased away. Enough Terran shows up to deal with it. I don't know. I don't know about this, Clem. I like your up 30 supply overall. I like your upgrades. Wouldn't mind not getting huge connections there and forcing a pickup on Clem once again. This group hanging out by the Zel Naga Watchtower, just getting some additional vision out this way. But yeah, Serral hasn't lost a hatch yet. That's the thing. You can do, right? Serral's lost 29,000 resources and Clem's lost 19, and that's good numbers for the Terran. But if the hatcheries aren't dying, then what? And what are we accomplishing here, really? You're not really killing drones. You're not really killing hatcheries, making good trades forever. Sure, you can turn this into nice snipe on that infestor. Into a super duper late game, you know, I take half the map, you take half the map, I win because I'm more cost efficient kind of a play. Which is, it's a good way to play. It's just, it scares me against Serral to try to take him that late game. EMP does miss that infestor, unfortunately. But man, Serral's just had enough here, right? Every time Clem has showed up with an army, even though the creep spread isn't great, because Clem's been killing it so hard, this Liberator is going to get some kills. By that I mean dos kills. Not huge amounts of kills here. Advanced Ballistics now getting researched. Liberator range is going to be increased. Ghost Cloak, building armor. Clem just really trying his best not to lose everything to one of these massive Baneling balls, and so far so good. Now, you'll notice I didn't say not lose anything because it's impossible to not lose anything to this kind of a Baneling group, but just try to make it cost inefficient for Serral over and over and over and over and over again, and maybe eventually you'll come out on top. That's how it works, right? What the heck is this upgrade? I forget what this upgrade is again. It's a medevac upgrade? Oh, brain. We'll figure it out. I think it's a medevac upgrade. Like for giving it more energy faster or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure it's going to make a big difference in this game. We'd see it every game if it made a huge difference. Okay, Liberator setting up a no-go zone. But the Abduct says, oh yeah, Liberators, how about this? And the Hydras chase them down. And by that I mean shoot them out of the sky. Hydraling Bane Viper here seems to kind of abandon the Lurkers a little bit. And I'm a big fan of Hydra, Ling, Baneling, Viper here, just because there are no big ticket items to snipe. And a Baneling bust! Oh, he thought he had enough to kill this PF, and he didn't. That's a big deal. Yeah, you're going to snipe an individual Hydra. That's good. I'm not saying it's a complete waste, but, you know, it's not as satisfying as sniping a Lurker or an Ultralisk, right? Or a Brood Lord. And, oh, a giant fungal on these ghosts. And wears off. The ghost retreats. Some of them are absolutely dying. Nice Abduct on that Liberator there, too. And getting out of the range of the snipe. I think that was going to be a snipe on a Zergling, which is actually not worth. You want to snipe a Hydra? Fine. You want to snipe a Baneling? Fine. You want to snipe a Zergling? I don't feel good about that. Use your energy on something else. Yeah, see, the Liberator attacks are bigger and bluer. That's how you know Advanced Ballistics has been researched here. And Clem's just been on this pressure for, what, the entire game? No, he showed up around 7 minutes. Serral's trying to put some pressure on Clem by nidusing his main base. This was recognized? Not really, no. Definitely not. This hatch has taken some hits, but it's orange, which means it's not going to die immediately. Dude, this is big. There's nothing. Oh, now he loads it up. He's like, wait, I didn't think that was going to work. Quick, put some Lurkers in that Nidus. Get the Lurkers unloaded from the Nidus. And Serral says, you cannot have this base. I must engage, and it doesn't matter. GG Clem comes out on top. Lurkers notwithstanding. Does he actually put some Lurkers out here? I saw him load them up, and he's like, yeah, lurkers, nice. And then liberators are like, oh, really? How nice is it for you? And yep, this was a desperate play from Serral. I can't lose this hatch, he says. I'm going to lose the game if I do. So we go, and he doesn't even wait for this conflict to finish. He just completely GG's out. It's just been a way too cost-efficient, too much pressure build here from Clem today. 43,000 resources lost to 30,000. Serral lost so much more stuff, and this income tab is way too in the red for any Zerg player to feel happy about it, right? Terran fans are very happy about that. That means you have a good chance of winning the game, right? 20 drones died, no hatches died. This is the rare ZVT win for a game that goes 20 minutes, where the Zerg loses 0 hatches and loses the game. That is a very strange situation to find ourselves in, but that's what Clem can do. Like, Clem never overextended, didn't feel desperate to kill hatcheries. He'd take some shots at it if it was available, but he really just wanted to make good trades, make sure the Bailings never completely got massive connections. That's exactly what happened. Add Liberators into the mix, add Widow Mines into the mix, and, you know, try to EMP those Infestors, try to snipe those Infestors, and try to make Serral feel like Lurkers aren't really viable. And lo and behold, the Lurkers weren't viable. Whew! Wow. That was amazing. I mean, that was a really, really good ZVT there. What a great win from Clem. Terran fans happy. Clem is such a monster sometimes. He needs to win a premier tournament, but I feel like that is gonna come in the next 12 months or so. Because he is so good. His APM today? 463. I mean, it's 498 from Serral, so, I mean, you can't really brag in this situation, right? It's just kind of like, Serral's better. But 463 APM for 19 minutes is hard. This is not spamming either. This is micro, this is splitting, this is microing each one of his units individually as he can, and it all works out for him in the end. Yeah, none of his bases died either. 23 SCVs went down. 56 Widow Mines died. Do you think they paid for themselves as a whole? I bet they did. I bet if you took all of the units they killed, would cost more than it cost to build the Widow Mines. I think that's a fair thing, a fair guess to have. Either way, boom. Boom shakalaka, Clem. Love it. It was nonstop pressure. It was two sides. We started on the right side with a ton of pressure, then kind of split it right and left, and then all the pressure was on the left side and a little bit of pressure on the right side and kind of kept Serral off balance. And this is crazy because Serral's on, what, 7 bases here. He's at 67 workers. It's just his army value is only at 69, and it's 114 for Clem. Right? End of the day here, he's got 11 Banelings, 2 Vipers, 8 Hydras. It's just not a lot. He knew he wasn't going to win this final engagement. He knew it was desperation to try to break this, and he couldn't. He didn't have enough Hydras to kill the Liberators, right? The splits meant the Banelings weren't going to make connections, and if that doesn't happen, then this base dies, and there's not a lot of money to make for Serral at all. There's 27 minerals here, so his ability, yeah, he's making 20 more lings, but that's not going to do a lot. So this base is this base is going to die. Serral can read the situation, recognize that, yeah, Clem's down here, Clem's here, Clem's here. Not killing this base was another major moment, right? If Clem loses this base, maybe Serral sticks around. But he's already in mass command center production mode, and when that happens, it's tough. It's tough to win. So he said GG, and he moved on to another day. Wow. All right, that was a lot of fun. So GG, man. Clem gets that win against Serral, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.